Hi everyone. Over the next few weeks, we will be working on a flipped classroom session, and you will get different videos, one concerning grammar, one concerning the task you're working on, one when we are in the process, and this first one is about writing and why it is so important. And it's going to explain some why we are doing this session and why we're doing this flipped classroom in the first place. So first of all, we write so many things on a daily basis. People write song lyrics, novels, letters, short texts, long texts, manuscripts, articles, stories, poems. They write in groups and they process write and they write on their own. And the reason why we write is to communicate something to someone. And it is such an important skill, no matter what we're doing. No matter what work you will work on when you're older, what occupation, what studying you will be doing, you will need to write one way or the other. And because writing is such an important skill, the knowledge promotion curriculum, Kunnskapsløftet, has writing as one of the 5 basic skills. And in your English curriculum, you have a goal area that's called writing with 10 goals to reach after 10th grade. For the government and for Norway and to make sure that everyone does what they're supposed to do in school, you have to take an exam. In English, you have an oral exam and you have a writing exam. And to make these exams not so terrifying, and because when we sit in that position, we often get scared and we're not living up to our full potential when we are scared and insecure. And the only way to get better and to make that feeling go away and to get better in writing is to practice, practice, practice. And the reason why we practice is, as I said, to improve your skills. It makes it less terrifying when you write a lot and then write a lot in English, and it makes you more comfortable, which will make it easier to write. In this particular session and in this flipped classroom session, we will work on something that is called process writing. I know you've been doing some of this before, but we're gonna be doing this for the next few weeks, different texts each week, but we're really gonna work on the writing part, which means you will get these instructional videos before class, and in class we will work on writing. So the process writing is generally in 4 different parts. It's the pre-writing phase, the first draft phase, the rewriting phase, and the editing phase. And the pre-writing phase is the brainstorming, it's the rapid writing, it just gets you started, and it leads to the first draft. The focus on this particular stage is on the content, not the details of language, not the grammar, not the spelling. This is just to get the introduction, the progression, and the ending clear. And then you have the stage of rewriting. You will get some feedback from me before this stage, and then in that class you will be doing the rewriting, the editing, the revision, and you will also base your rewriting on the assessment criteria you will get. And for the final stage, it's the editing part. That's when you look over vocabulary, grammar, spelling, looking if the paragraphs look good enough. And then, the reason why we try this process writing process is because the focus all along is on improving. It's not just a grade, which is important when you are working on getting somewhere, because when we just look at a grade, we often just get blindfolded and we can't see whether or not what could be done different or what can be done better next time. So that's the reason why we're going to do this a few times, so that the process is in focus, not just the final draft, because you will get assessment or feedback from me all along, which will make it easier to improve your text. Well, to sum it up, writing is an important skill. You won't be able to get out of it. You will either have to apply for a job, then you're gonna have to write, and as you go in school, you're gonna have to have exams, which is a good reason to practice so you won't freeze when you're doing it. Another important point is that you can and will get better through practice, and this is a good task to be working on that, because the grade is not going to be the main focus. It's going to be whether or not you are improving when you get your assessment. And you will practice it 3 to 4 times in a row. So this will be the first session that will be done by three classes, and then we will do this 3 or 4 times after that. And as I've said, this process writing will be a flipped classroom. So as you're watching these videos, you can pause me, you can go back, you can go faster if you know all this I'm gonna say, which is a great point. And the best part is that you will be writing in class. So if you need help, or if you're stuck, then you can just ask and I will be present. In the next video, we're gonna work more on vocabulary, and we are going to look at the task and the assessment criteria and learning goals in the video after.